It was a rather busy day across many polling stations in Wisconsin for the partisan primary.
Today, voters cast their ballots for Democratic race for the U.S. Senators, some congressional, state assembly, and Senate seats, as well as district attorney races in Dane and Juneau counties. And one of the top races tonight was between Speaker Paul Ryan and businessman Paul Nealon for the 1st Congressional District. Paul Ryan winning the race with 84% of the votes so far to Paul Nealon's 16%. And that was a huge win for Ryan. And we have live team coverage on that race.
Political reporter Jessica Arp has been at the Ryan event all night in his hometown of Janesville. She joins us live now. Hi, Jessica.
Well, hi there. Yeah, this was really an early evening for Speaker Paul Ryan. He hasn't really faced a competitive Republican primary in many years, and you couldn't call that this one that either at this point, especially with the margins that you guys are talking about. In some counties in Wisconsin, it was a 90-10 margin in finality, so quite a blowout for Speaker Ryan here this evening. Ryan telling reporters, you can see sort of the subdued atmosphere here, not an election night party, but rather a press conference where he told reporters gathered here that the voters in the 1st District know him well. He spoke briefly to reporters, as I said, after the race was called tonight, not holding his typical election night party, but taking questions from both local and national media. Ryan saying people in Wisconsin didn't want to be divided, touting his House Better Way agenda. When asked about whether his resounding victory showed that Trump will not do well in Wisconsin or the nation in November, Ryan said he thought it showed something else.
You know me very well, Charles. I'm a local guy. People know who I am. They know what I believe in, and they know I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, and I don't do it in a mean way. And I think that's the kind of politics, that's the kinds of policies that Wisconsinites, Republicans reward. That's why I think I won. I wouldn't ascribe anything other to it than that.
Now, obviously, that's a different style than Donald Trump typically employs, but Ryan again said the state Republican Party was united, and he used his speech this evening to support the Republican congressional candidate that won tonight in the Fox Valley. Ryan also responded to some comments that were made earlier today by Donald Trump about whether Second Amendment supporters could do something about Hillary Clinton's possible picks to the Supreme Court, statements that were interpreted by some as a threat. Ryan said today that he hadn't heard the comments in full, but said he thought they were, quote, a joke gone bad, and said he hoped Trump would clear it up quickly. He also declined to comment on any of the many attacks that Paul Nealon had sent at him during this entire campaign, saying that he didn't see any point to it at this point. Nealon even making some of those tonight.
All right, Jessica Arp covering the Paul Ryan campaign tonight from Janesville. Thank you, Jessica.
And we caught up with Paul Nealon after he addressed supporters tonight in Janesville. News 3's Leah Lynchai joins us now with the live coverage of that. Leah.
Hi, Mark and Charlotte. Well, Paul Nealon spoke about an hour ago, taking the stage just before 9 here in Janesville. He thanked his supporters. He said they really surpassed expectations with this campaign, but it really wasn't much of a concession speech. He spent the majority of it continuing his criticism of Paul Ryan. He hammered on him on immigration, saying with Ryan there will never be secure borders in the United States, and he brought up Ryan's record on free trade deals, specifically the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Now, in a one-on-one conversation after that speech, he told me his campaign has really shaped conversations about that trade deal.
If it weren't for my campaign, Paul Ryan would already be ramming this through. He has said it will not go through until we have a new president who I know will not sign that thing into law. We won. We actually won.
Now, Nealon was also very forward-looking in that speech, hinting that there's more to come, even telling the crowd that this is just the beginning. Now, afterward, I asked him what did he mean by that? What's next for Paul Nealon? Now, he wouldn't specifically tell me, but he did say be on the lookout over the next couple of days. He's got a big announcement to share, Mark and Charlotte.
Leah Lynchai reporting live from Janesville. Thanks, Liam.